Yo, man. Welcome back to All in All with Alex podcast. I'm your host, of course, that goes without saying. But today we are here with a very, very, very special guest. Y'all, this story right here, I guarantee you, anybody watching this story is gonna make you feel a certain way after you get done here. But first off, we're gonna let him start off by introducing himself, telling what he do, all that type of stuff. So go ahead and let the fans know a little bit about you.
What up, everybody? It's your boy LilJayy coming at y'all today. A little bit about myself. I'm from Plainview, Texas, born and raised. Uh, Mom's side is from Plainview. The other side is from Houston. My dad's side is from Houston. So that's just a little bit about myself. I got into the rap game a little bit. I'm about 8 months into my career, 9 months into my career, and yeah. This one right here is just it's just different from everything else, and everything that I like that I talk about, and this and that. But this one right here is it's really gonna be different.
Yeah, man, I agree. I definitely agree with that. They'll know more once we get into it. You know what I'm saying? So, I guess so. First of all, you know what I'm saying. What really what was your true reason for getting into it? Like your true reason for getting into the music? Like
The
what
truth.
was it? Just like a way to get away, like a way to get away from the pain, like a way to cope with it, or like what was it? What really was the driving factor to say, hey, look, I like to do this right here. This makes me feel a certain way or whatever.
I mean, I've been doing this. I mean, with my friends and stuff in high school, but I really didn't even take it serious like that. And then this year, I just really, I was writing and stuff like that. I just never got into the studio.
Mm-hmm.
But until this point, in this year, I started making music, and within the 8 months, it's already been taken off. You already see the progress, where we're at right now, what we're about to do with this cause, and it's not even about the cloud or nothing like that. It's about trying to get this family's voice out and get the justice for this little girl that she needs, and yeah, uh, yeah. I think that like when I make music as well, it's not like talking about guns or talking about drugs and stuff like that. It's stuff that I relate to, and what I talk about in my music is everyday life and what I go through and stuff like that. Getting on the grind, and then
Yeah. And I mean, um, me personally, I know you know, but I do a little bit of music myself. So, and I'm kind of in the same lane. Like I don't do the drugs and the street stuff or whatever. Like, cool. Ain't nothing against those people that do it. But me personally, I'm just gonna rap about stuff that I go through that I deal with on a daily basis. I'm not gonna try to put on no facade for anybody or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So, I definitely commend you on that. Um, but since you already kind of laid into it a little bit, we're just gonna go ahead and get right to it.
all right.
Um, so you mentioned justice for someone's family. Um, I want you to break break everything down of what happened for all the people that's listening. I want you to break it down for them, and then after you break it down for them, we're gonna pull up a couple news articles and let them see how really tragic this is, and then we'll come back and we'll talk some more about it.
Basically, what had happened, man. A little girl was forced to do something by a little boy that she didn't want to do, and there was multiple boys at the school, and all this was recorded on the school iPad, and they didn't even let the parents, know about this incident until like 9, 10 days later, and then they tried to just sweep it under the rug, man. They weren't trying to like do anything to like discipline or not even take action for it or nothing. No, there was no like even the teacher was in the classroom as well, and they have video of this of what had happened, and they don't want to let the footage go out because then that's just going to show the truth. And and that's where they're messing up, man. Like they don't want to. How could I say it? They don't want to. Man, it's hard to explain. Like,
Nah, yeah, it's definitely a tough situation. Like they don't, they probably not want, they probably really didn't want all the attention. Like you know what I mean. But with something like that, you talking a life changing experience. You
oh
know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
For everyone involved. You know what I'm saying? So, people just, when it's something like that, you gotta alert somebody immediately. There's no waiting. There's no nothing like that. There should have been, as soon as it happened, it should have been everybody. Well, not everybody in the world know it, but all the parents are aware of what's going on, and then maybe it wouldn't have got so big as what it is now. You know what I'm saying? But when people try to sweep stuff under the rug like that and make it seem like they're in on it, or they're allowing that type of behavior, or
that
allowing those things to go on. So, trying to sweep it under the rug, or trying to not come out with it, really makes things worse. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's definitely, man. This that's definitely, I hate that for her and her family. Um, Nobody should have to go through that. Nobody in the world. Those people that do things like that to people shouldn't even be allowed here. You know what I'm saying? Like me
yeah,
personally, I mean, that's just how I feel. So, um, but you know, the story, a lot of people probably don't know about it. What was the state that it happened in?
it happened in Texas, right here in my hometown, in Plainview, Texas.
Okay, right in Plainview, Texas. Okay. So, um, since you gave them just a little bit of backstory, I guess now I'm gonna pull up this. Let's see. Let's go to this one. Pull it up. Let's do this. Oh, shit, I shared the wrong one. Hold on. Stay with me, guys. Stay with me. I shared the wrong tab. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it going. Like we're gonna get it going, man. It's just, when you dealing with something like this, it's hard to focus, man. There's just it's cruel, man. It's really cruel.
It's just real hard to talk about, and then no one's trying to like do anything about it.
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. That's very difficult for him.
Concerned Plainview ISD parents and family members protesting again today at the district school board meeting. They're still upset at the Plainview's response to reports of sexual behavior between first graders at South Elementary.
Yeah, back in late April,
First
family
graders, man.
members
That's
of a
crazy.
6-year-old girl who goes to South says she was forced to perform a sexual act on her classmate, which then they claim was recorded on an iPad. Now, you might remember Plainview ISD
Wow.
later disputed some of those claims, saying the contact between those students was brief and was not sexual assault. But
Wow,
tonight, more parents and family members
that's crazy. Whether it was brief or not, it still was assault. You know what I'm saying? It still was sexual assault that she was forced to do. You know what I'm saying?
We're
And
trying
and
to
this
say,
child,
bro, and that can't happen to no 6 year olds. You know what I'm talking about? Like,
that's what I'm saying, bro. That's
don't
that's
even be thinking like that, bro. Like, come on.
that's oh man. I got so many cuss words I want to say right now. Like
expressed their anger to the school board, calling for them to fire the district superintendent,
they should
South
have.
Elementary's principal, and
They
the
should
teacher
have
who was in that classroom when the
definitely.
sexual interactions took place. However, they were limited to just 1 minute to speak, which for many they believe was not enough time to let their voices heard. For those that
Wow.
went over their allotted time, as you can see here, they were then escorted out of the meeting by Plainview police.
Wow. So the police is escorting all the people that was concerned about what was going on in the school. They escorting them out if they talk longer than 1 minute.
Yep, the speakers.
That is crazy. Like, what is this world coming to, man? What is this
Yeah,
world coming to?
yep,
6 year olds, man.
man. That's what I was thinking when I heard this story.
Like, this is something that the whole world needs to know about, man. People need to get on this and help make something happen, man. Help make a change happen, because this is just ridiculous, man. I just, stuff like this just make you want to bust out in tears, man, for that little girl and her family, man, because no one should have to go through this. You know what I'm saying? I got 3 daughters myself, so I ain't gonna lie to you. If this happened with me, it's gonna definitely be some consequences, like, for sure. Like, somebody's gonna pay. That's just how I feel, because nah, man, that's and my girls is 13, 8, and 1. You know what I'm saying? So,
Wow,
like,
man. Oh,
dude, like, oh my gosh, man. We'll go back to the story, but God, that's horrible.
I'm disgusted by the reaction of this school district. Every person who knew about this incident and did not tell the parent ought not only to be fired, but charged with a crime.
That's right, James.
The fact that you all gave a smug statement is absolutely disgusting.
Yep.
The lies that have been going forth through local media is disgusting. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
I agree.
Thursday, April 27th, after school.
Now, is this a family member?
yeah. That is the cousin right there.
Okay.
Explained to me, my dad, my mom, and my sister what had happened to her at school. She had explained to us that a little boy had told her to do something to him that she did not want to do. She hit him, she said no, and she resisted until she got tired. These are not signs of mutual consent.
Right. And then how can it be mutual consent? You're 6 years old. Like, you shouldn't even know what sex is at 6 years old. Man. You shouldn't even know what. Like, why do these kids? I mean, I know what most people are gonna say. Oh, it's probably because of TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Or it's probably because of this or that or whatever. But man, 6 years old, knowing about sexual acts, man. Like, when I was 6, dude, I don't even know what I was doing when I was 6.
Right? That's what I'm saying. It don't make no sense. It makes no sense at all.
Dude, even when I first turned a teenager, dude, I was just up playing video games late at night. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you're talking 6 years old, man. That's just it blows my mind, man. It blows my mind, like, honestly.
Heard in the classroom with the teacher present. The teacher
That makes it
and
even
the
worse
principal
because the teacher is there.
Are there to notify parents if there are any type of abuse or violence has happened against their child, right? Well, they did not tell my aunt until 9 days after.
Wow.
Make this make sense.
Wow.
We are all here to be a voice for all children.
Because this video did not show the victim demonstrate any struggle, that does not indicate consent. Children under the age of 17 in this state cannot give consent. So just ask the board to please call things what they are and not mutual sexual behavior.
Right.
And similar to what we've seen in Lubbock ISD,
this is so crazy, bro.
The Plainview
Like, at 6 years old, you don't know what you're doing. How can you? Oh my gosh, man! It's just, I know I'm saying some of the same things over and over again, but it's just it's so disgusting and heartbreaking at the same time, man. Like, for a child to go through that, you know what I'm saying, and deal with those type of things, it's just it's ridiculous. It's uncalled for. Every news media, every news company should be covering this. Those people at that school, they ought to hire a whole new staff, because there's no way that 9 days later you guys are finally. Matter of fact, you guys didn't even tell the parents. The girl told her cousin that was just on there about it, and that's the reason that they found out about it. Had she kept have the little girl not said anything, the parents would never know.
Exactly. And the only reason they found out is because, like, her behavior was different and she didn't want to eat, she didn't want to sleep, and that right there just shows that she just went through something traumatic, and it just
something that's gonna follow her for the rest of her life, that's gonna make her feel a certain type of way for the rest of her life. Like, all this stuff is crazy, man. And people just, oh my gosh, man. This is
because the assistant principal had came, I don't know where it was from, but it was from far away, and before our school district hired him, they had sent an email to them saying what had happened at the other school he was at, and it was like a similar incident, and
Wow,
like they still hired him, bro. And look what happened.
that's crazy, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. They oughta. I mean, it ought to be a whole new staff. Like it couldn't have been me. Like I couldn't be the governor of Texas or either the mayor of that city. Like it would have had to be in a change there because there's no way. Like there would have been a lot of things changing at that school. Like because this is something that we should never have to ever worry about. We should never have to worry about our kids going through issues with sexual assault or any sexual harassment, anything like that. Especially not even being the age to be able to even think about
Something like that.
right. Like, you know what I'm saying? If they were, I'm gonna just say it like this: if they were 18, 17 area, it's like okay, they understand what it is, but at 6 years old, dude, like,
And it still wouldn't be right, man.
nah, it still wouldn't. It still wouldn't. But you know, at 18 or whatever age, whatever, you probably could give consent, even though this was definitely not consent anyway. But I'm just saying, like, dude, like, this is something that's gonna have that girl mind messed up forever, man.
And that's because we met the little girl, and I mean, just innocent, bro. Like it's just innocence. That's all. That's all it is, man. Like there was no like like she was just a kid. That's all she is, and yeah, it just didn't make sense.
Yeah. Um. Do you know if like the family made like a GoFundMe or something like that for?
Um, at the moment they don't want no money because then the public will start, talking their mess and turn it around on them and make it seem like they're doing this out of money, you know?
Yeah. I understand what they mean by that, but it's just, dude, like
And
it
because,
don't seem like the school is gonna do anything. So I feel like people should donate to help these people. Like the little girl might need counseling now. You know what I'm saying? The parents gonna have to pay for that. Like it's a whole lot of stuff that they may need. And if the school's not doing anything, I don't know what. Like I said, I don't know what the mayor of the town is doing or anything like that. So I just feel like, man, like somebody ought to just raise some money for them and just give it to them anyway. Like even if they're not the one coming up with the GoFundMe, like I feel like somebody should just do it and just like give it to them just for them to get the little girl. You know what I'm saying? Some kind of help. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, I feel
Mm.
that.
Man, yeah, man, my heart is just so hurt right now, dude. Like so freaking hurt. I swear. I swear.
Like
Let's.
our company, like we wanted to get her like school supplies and school clothes and
Mhm.
stuff like that for whenever she is ready to go back to school, and and they won't have to struggle with trying to get all that stuff when J Entertainment is really trying to get that stuff on the low, but that is the plan for if you want to call that a like what a fund or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. Shout out to you and J Entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Because that's definitely a very noble thing for you guys to take on and do. You know what I'm saying? Because man, I can only imagine like they shouldn't even have to. Like I feel like, and that's what another reason I say about raising the money. Like somebody should pay for them to be able to move to a whole different state or a whole different city or something. Like
Yeah.
she shouldn't have to step back in that school. Like she shouldn't have to go back to that school.
They got her. They already got her into a private school already.
Okay, that's good. And see, that's expensive too.
They got her a private school. They're already gonna get her therapy. Um, everything that's lawyer that's for free. That's gonna take care of everything that's gonna happen. Like everything that they're trying to do is to get the assistant principal fired, the principal fired, and the teacher that was in the classroom that same day.
Yeah, and that should have been. I don't even know what's the hold up on that. Like, so what date did this take place on?
If I'm not mistaken, April 27th or 2nd.
Wow, that's 2 months, dude.
Yeah, exactly, man. And these guys, they weren't gonna say nothing, and until the family spoke up, that's when all the attention started, blowing up on them, and I think after that they just didn't want to, they didn't want to get in trouble for what they didn't do in the first place, and let these parents know what had happened to this little girl, and them just trying to sweep it on the rug, and they don't think that no one isn't going to find out about this.
Man, that's just like when you think of something like that, man, it's just
Wow.
It's just, let me see. Let me pull up this other YouTube video right quick and just let the viewers, see a little bit more about it. I mean, because we gotta bring awareness to this, man. Like people gotta know what's going on, because it's ridiculous, man. Like I like it. This deserves all the national attention, all of it.
Plainview parents and guardians are looking for answers after a tragic situation at South Elementary School.
Parents protested outside the school district administration building over sexual misconduct they claim happened inside a classroom. KCBD News Channel 11's Joshua Ramirez spoke with a family member of a 6-year-old student who claims another child forced her to perform those acts. Joshua?
Karen and Abner, I spoke with Heather Gonzalez, the older cousin of a young girl who attends South.
Now, is the Heather Gonzalez girl, is that who was speaking earlier? Or
yeah, no, that's this right here is the cousin.
Okay.
South Elementary School in Plainview. She said it was actually a second incident that brought the details of this situation to light.
This wasn't
she and
even
her
the
family
first time.
noticed strange behavior by the child. When they asked her what was wrong, she told them something no parent wants to hear.
I feel like that's a basic right, that we should send our kids to school to be safe.
Heather Gonzalez, the cousin of one of those students, says the district failed in that regard, creating a dangerous situation for her young relative. She says her family only caught on after a change in the girl's behavior.
And she's in distress. She's like, my stomach hurts. I just want to lay down. You could tell something's wrong with her. And they said, well, what's going on? What happened?
That's when the child told her cousin that a boy exposed himself to her in the lunch line at school. Unfortunately, that wasn't the most disturbing part of the 6-year-old girl's story. The girl claimed a student, along with others, pulled her under a desk and forced her to perform a sex act during class more than a week before.
Wow. That, oh my gosh. So this was the second incident. This wasn't even the first. Man. That's just when you think about that, man, that's even more horrible, man. Like this wasn't even the first time that this little girl has been through that.
Yep.
And the oh my gosh.
Speak up right now. Who's gonna speak up later on?
Yeah, man. That's, oh my gosh. Yeah, like I agree, man. Like definitely, I need everybody that's watching this video to share this video and put some kind of wording with it when you share, whether you share it on Facebook, Instagram, wherever you're sharing it, and say, what's the little girl's name?
Jaden.
Jaden?
Yeah, Jaden.
Oh my gosh, man, that's my oldest daughter's name. Oh man,
are you serious, bro?
I'm so serious. Oh my gosh, I need everybody to share this video and say justice for Jaden, because it definitely needs to happen. We need that principal, that teacher, whoever. We need a whole new staff in that school.
Straight up.
That has to happen, because there is no way that a teacher can witness this go on and not do anything about it and let it go on and then not notify the parents The only reason the parents found out is because a second act happened, and then the child started misbehaving, or not necessarily misbehaving, but acting different at home, and the parents suspected something. Like, man, that's ridiculous. So we need y'all to share the video and say justice for Jaden. I need y'all to do that ASAP. I need y'all to drop that in the comment section. Justice for Jaden. I'm gonna put it up on the screen.
And go ahead and drop that hashtag be their voice right now too.
Hashtag be their voice. Okay, hold on.
And hashtag voices of the strong, of the strongest.
I got you. Do you know how they spell her name? I don't want to misspell it.
Hold on, let me see real quick.
Okay. I just want to make sure I get it right so we can get it. We get this right on here so we can. Oh shoot! Let me edit that. Yeah, we're gonna get this. We're gonna definitely get this up on the screen because this definitely needs attention. We need everybody to drop that in the comment section. All right. You said hashtag. What was the hashtag you said?
Hashtag voices of the strongest and hashtag be their voice.
Voices of the strongest.
Yes, sir.
Hashtag be their voice.
Yes, sir.
Did you figure out how to spell her name?
I'm asking her family right now.
Okay. I got it pre-typed up. I went ahead and did everything else, so that way all I gotta do is fix that spelling and then hit enter, and it'll be good to go. But we definitely got to bring more attention to this. We need, as soon as this comes across the screen, I need everybody that's watching to drop this in the comment section. You can drop either one of them. You can drop what we really mainly need, justice for Jaden, definitely down there. If you guys can drop all 3 hashtags, that'll be perfect. But at least drop that justice for Jaden down there because this is definitely something that we have to get justice for. I mean, this is it's ridiculous that any child has to go through this. It's ridiculous that any parent has to go through this. It's ridiculous that a school system would even allow this to happen. I mean, it's ridiculous that no higher ups have came down and done anything about it. And it's been 2 months. Literally, this girl's life is changed for the rest of her life. And 2 months later, we still have no justice for it.
Yep. They still talking about it. They still acting like this barely happened, like, and it's been going on for too long, man.
Yeah, like I just man. Well, while we waiting on that, I guess I'll play a little bit more of the video just so the people watching can see a little more, even though they probably seen enough and probably heartbroken, just like we are right now.
The incident reportedly recorded by another student on a school iPad. The young girl doing her best to fight back.
She said she was hitting him with the poetry book.
When Gonzalez asked how long this went on for, the child's response,
and she said, until they let me go.
Gonzalez claims the district wasn't transparent with the family, even though they knew about the situation.
Everything was no comment. I cannot tell you. No comment. So you mean to tell me abuse has been happening for a week and a half?
This is family, and you can't tell them what went on. Like, really, this is not like it's a news reporter that you're talking to. You're talking to this child's family. Like, telling them shouldn't even be a problem. Why should it be? Oh well, it'll be a little while. Oh yeah, we can't tell you, or no comment. Like,
yeah,
dude, like that's crazy, man.
And these kids are still at the same desk. My cousin is still at a desk with all boys, having to see her abuses every day.
We spoke to the superintendent of Plainview ISD to ask
That's
about the
the
district's response. He says when the
That's
content
the
was
guy.
found on a school
yeah, that's
device,
the guy
the day
from the superintendent, and he's from Arizona.
This the one that had the same issue that happened at the previous school, right?
Yep.
Man, let me rewind so they can see his face again. Like, I need y'all to get this man's face. When y'all see his face, I need y'all to burn his face into y'all memory. This guy here is the ringleader. He's at the top. You got to start at the top of the food chain. The teacher really definitely got to go first, because if had the teacher stopped it like they should have, we would never be in this situation.
Yep.
So even if you fire the superintendent last, I don't care, as long as all of them go. But the teacher has to go first.
And see, and on this, they didn't want the staff to speak on the school, and if they did, then they would, like, I guess they would be terminated from the job or suspended, something like that.
So they basically told these people, like, if you want your job, don't say anything to the news reporters. Basically,
Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy. Like, that is crazy. And to think that nobody even, normally when something like that happens, you have one person that at least rebels. Nobody even took the time to rebel and go against this school to make sure that nothing like this happens again, and that this young girl gets justice for what happened to her. There's no reason that a 6-year-old girl should have to go through this. Like, that's just ridiculous. So we need everybody to share. We need everybody to share this this video. Put hashtag justice for Jaden and the other hashtags that you're gonna see come across the screen. And we need this guy. Definitely, he's one of the ones that need to be fired. We need the teacher that was in there fired. We need the whole staff gone. Like, just being honest.
Yep. And on that Jaden is Jayden.
Oh my gosh. That's exactly how my daughter spells hers too. Oh man, this is crazy. Okay. We need y'all to put that in the comment section. What's on the screen right now? Drop those in the comments. We need those hashtags everywhere. When you share the video, put the hashtag.
Yeah.
If you share a snippet of the video, put the hashtag. Anytime you do it, put the hashtag. We need that hashtag out there. We need, anytime you can get on a podcast, even if it's a podcast bigger than mine, smaller than mine, I don't care. Get on there. Tell them justice for Jaden. We need this. We need this everywhere. We need all eyes on this situation. Something has to be done. That's really the main thing I got. So let's go forward and see if we can see any other of the people that definitely need to be fired. But I know you guys got him stuck in your memory right now, so that's good that y'all can get him. But we need to get the other people too.
Superintendent of Plainview ISD to ask about the district's response. He says when the content was found on a school device the day after the incident happened, a report was made and CPS was contacted. A state investigator then started working with local law enforcement and arrived in Plainview the next week.
And he had asked that we hold confidentiality because
but that's the
he
thing,
wanted
though.
to be sure that he was able to get the full story from
why
each
do
of
you have
the-
to call CPS before you call the parents?
Exactly.
The parents should be notified first, and then you say, hey, look, we have to notify CPS about this. Then you go that route. So then the parents feel more comfortable. It's like, okay, you notified us, and now you're calling CPS because of, you know what I mean, all the kids involved or whatever, and all that type of stuff, whatever. That would be more understandable. We probably wouldn't even be where we're at right now.
Yep. And that's because that little boy that had did all this stuff had taken the dad's cell phone and was showing pornography all over the school. And
wow.
Yeah, and then even within that week that he had did that, what they had said, he was showing his privates in the lunch line, and it's just and then I think the reason they actually called CPS is because they need to get the parents to that little boy, but the only thing about that, the little boy's dad is a cop, so that just
man,
yeah,
yeah, that makes it even more crazy because they're gonna stick together.
exactly.
They're gonna ride for that. They're gonna ride for their people.
Like they're not trying to do nothing to that little boy or to the parent, like. And I talked to my team about this, and I asked them like, how do you like not notice that your phone is gone, like.
Right. Like that's what most people like. When you get up every day, you gotta have your phone. Like that's gonna be your alarm clock. That's gonna be how you talk to your boss, how you talk to your significant other, how you
All
listen
that.
to music on your way to work, or you might watch a YouTube video on your lunch break, or like before you leave that house, you're gonna have your phone. Like there's no way around it. So you get up in the morning, you get ready to leave the house, and you can't find your phone. You either know one or two things: either one of the kids got it, or maybe I didn't check one place somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean, man, that's just the whole situation is sad. But how does he? I wonder, was the pornography already on his dad's phone?
Yeah, well, they were saying that he was all looking it up and stuff, so I'm guessing it was, you know.
So the dad already pretty much already had it pulled up, or probably in his tab or something, like one of the tabs on his phone.
And if that kid's parents do that shit, then that's on them. But like, you gotta have like a lock on it or something like that, man. Because kids nowadays they just get into everything. They'll just click on something and boom.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Especially like, I don't know, man. It's just either way, it's still a horrible situation for everybody involved. You know what I mean? Except for the teacher and the superintendent, of course. It's not a horrible situation for them because they're getting away with it so far.
Yep.
But
they ain't doing nothing but sitting back and listening to what's going on.
Yeah, and I don't understand this, man. This definitely has this needs way more media attention, man. I got my people that I know that can get stuff on TV, and I'm gonna see if they can push this and get this on here, get this podcast on here, man. Because I don't know. I gotta get any eyes we can on this, man, because that's just ridiculous that something like that has went on multiple times.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I'm so disgusted right now. I swear, man.
Students, the minors that were involved in the situation.
Now
right here,
Sanchez hopes the parents and district can work together to
Urban
find
Meyer
a solution that works.
He like
for
Urban
everyone.
Meyer.
We hope to find a direction with them forward, definitely for the young people, and how we can help them heal and move forward.
He sound like
Gonzalez says with the students still attending South Elementary, the district should be doing more to protect other kids.
So are you letting these other parents know that their kids could possibly be a victim next? I feel like as a parent, you should know.
Right.
The teacher who was in the classroom the day that this happened has been placed on administrative leave pending the outcome of the investigation. And we did reach out to CPS who confirmed there is an active investigation into what happened at South Elementary. As for Gonzalez, her and her family and friends will be holding a demonstration to support her cousin this Friday at 6 p.m. at Broad.
That's crazy that there shouldn't even be a leave of absence. She should have just got fired. I mean, that's man, I don't understand that, man. Because you got it caught on. It's caught on freaking on a school tablet. I mean, we know
that teacher is because then it'll show that they're guilty. Every single one of them.
Yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, the moment that you didn't tell the parents, you were guilty then. So, I mean, the moment that the teacher didn't stop it from going on, they were guilty at that point anyway. So the superintendent or whatever may have not knew about it until the next day whenever they found it on the tablets, but the teacher knew about it at the time it happened, so the teacher should have been fired, definitely.
On the spot.
Like, I don't even understand why are there any questions, why there should be a leave of absence. Like, there's not gonna be a leave of absence. They're gonna be, if it was my child, you'd be leaving the earth. Like, it wouldn't be no leave of absence.
That's right.
Leaving the earth.
Yep.
Man, that's crazy. So I don't know if this next video is this more of the same or is it just a different maybe a different station covering that maybe. This got the protesters in it. Yeah. This is what we need. We need more people protesting. We need more people sharing this video out there and putting hashtag
news at 10.
Hey everyone, thanks for joining us here on KLBK. I'm Terry Berman.
And I'm Matt Still. After reports of sexual assault between students at an elementary school in Plainview, concerned parents and family members have led a protest at Broadway Park today, claiming that the school district has kept their silence.
Heather Gonzalez, a concerned family member of a 6-year-old who attends South Elementary, says the child was forced to perform sexual acts on another student.
Shout out to all these people out here protesting,
on
man.
an iPad. According to a statement from Plainview ISD, the incident, quote, occurred away from full view of the teacher, end quote.
However, is that family member right there?
That one right there, that's the ad that we that's the one that wants to get on the live next time.
Oh, okay.
Gonzalez also mentioned today another alleged incident where a young boy exposed himself to girls in the cafeteria. But they claim the school never informed parents about either incident until a previous protest outside the school's administrative building.
Our photojournalist who was there on scene at the protest says about 100 people showed up to the park. Raquel Medina, an aunt of that 6-year-old that they claim was sexually assaulted, says the school has handled this situation very poorly.
I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. Poorly is probably the nicest word she could have used. She probably just used that word because she was on the news, so she wanted to use a nice word, but they probably would have kicked me off the news because I probably would have used a lot more words than that, like, for sure.
Sides, and it's not about sides. It's about the kids. It's about the well-being of the kids. You know, I think as a parent, we should want the same for every kid. You know, if my kid is safe, your kid is also safe. You know, they should be safe together. Our faculty should be safe. You know, I agree. Teachers probably need more help in the classroom. You know, but still, as a teacher, you are accountable if you're in the classroom. Who do you want to blame for something that happened under your watch?
Living here in Plainview, we know that PASD often sweeps things under the rug. If you don't make a big noise about things, then they.
So who is PASD? Is that supposed to be the police department?
No, that's the Plainview Independent School District.
Okay. So she's saying all schools, so all the school district is known for putting stuff under the rug.
Yeah, basically.
Wow. So in my opinion, the whole school district is at fault for this stuff going down. Because like why is this, man? Like, I don't understand people, man, because you know everybody that's here, we're all gonna be gone one day. And we leave everything, we try to set everything up for our children and our children's children and so on and so forth. So if you're letting this type of stuff happen, what is that gonna make it for the future? Like what is Jaden's future life gonna be like now? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
What are those other kids' life gonna be like now? Like this is ridiculous, man. Like the whole school. So now we need the whole school district put on notice now. Not even just the teacher and just the superintendent, even though they need to come first, but this whole school district, something needs to be done with this because this is just ridiculous.
We just like to hide it. So I think our goal, as bad as the details were, we had to tell the details so we could get the media we needed. And now we see that news is spreading. And our goal was to get things done. So we want to get the principal fired, we want to get the teacher fired, and we want the superintendent fired.
Plainview ISD.
So who was that girl that was just talking right there beside the aunt?
That's the cousin right there. I
thought she was at first I thought she was a news reporter because she was holding the thing, and I was like, this news reporter got a frappe in her hand or something, or a frozen thing.
Yeah. Steve says CPS is investigating the incident involving an iPad, and they confirmed to us that teacher that was in the classroom has been placed on leave. Tonight, the Plainview Herald is reporting that classes at South Elementary have been canceled for next Monday due to a threat against its staff. The district has not yet confirmed that to us, but people on today's protest say they don't support violence of any kind.
So the only reason they cancel class is because they say somebody threatened their staff. Like, class should have been canceled whenever this issue first happened. Like, there's no reason that the kids should have to go through this and then there should still be school the next day. Like, I don't know. They just don't sit right with me. But I don't know, man. What did you have anything else you want to say about it before we go to the next little clip? The last clip, actually.
Yeah.
Go for it.
They when they had those threats against the teachers, they had all these cops around the school and stuff like that. But when it kept the school going. But when it came down to the kids actually going to school, the cops were never around, and they weren't even trying to do what they were trying to do to the teachers and stuff like that.
Wow, that's crazy, man. Like, so to me personally, what I'm hearing, what I'm seeing, what I'm hearing, the information that I'm gathering, the police department is in with it on a school district. The school district and the police department go hand in hand together with sweeping stuff under the rug. Partly because one of the kids' father, I think you said, was a police officer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Either the dad or the.
Wow, that's just ridiculous, man. That's ridiculous. That I don't know. I don't know how many times I can say it, man. Like, and as much time as I say it, it still really hurts. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I say, no child should have to go through that. No parent should have to go through that. It's just sad that nothing is really getting done. Like, but we're gonna make sure this video gets out there, and that we try to, even if we don't make a whole lot of progress, I always say slow progress is better than no progress. So if we can, if this video helps with anything, even helps push the investigation a little bit faster, in my opinion, that's a good thing. As long as we can get some kind of progress, man, because this shit is ridiculous. I'm kind of pissed off.
April 27th, after school, explained to me,
it's
my
just
dad,
crazy.
my mom,
It's
and
like
my sister what had happened to her at school.
She told her cousins and everything on April the 27th, which was 2 months ago. So the incident happened more so like April the 18th, somewhere in that area.
Yep.
Because it was like 9 days after or whatever, or before they actually found out. And we're 2.5 months later with no
position still.
Yeah, oh man,
To him that she did not want to do. She hit him. She said no and resisted until she got tired. These are not signs of mutual consent.
Plainview ISD parents angry and emotional as they spoke to the school board tonight, wanting answers as to why leaders in the district did not tell them what happened in the classroom that day. Parents say they asked questions and did not receive answers for days.
That's crazy.
Good evening, I'm Lauren Motter.
I'm Brian Mudd. Plainview parents protested outside prior to tonight's board meeting, angry, calling for the superintendent and school board members to be fired.
As they should.
Disgusted by the reaction of this.
As they should. Oh, James back.
Every person who knew about this incident and did not tell the parent ought not only to be fired, but charged with a crime.
Yep.
Everyone that's signed up.
Well, the rules are that the board was not allowed to speak during the public part of that meeting. Parents were each given 1 minute to talk. Plainview ISD says it conducted an investigation into inappropriate sexual contact between two 6-year-old students. They released a statement saying what happened inside the classroom was mutual.
We need James right there to be the mayor of the city, because he would have got some shit done.
inappropriate sexual contact. Plainview school officials say the entire incident lasted 34 seconds and took place in a spot where their teacher couldn't see them. It was recorded on an
Wow. So they held her down and done that for 34 seconds.
And then no one saw it. And then there was the kids were witnesses, man, but they don't even try to be listening to that, because one of my homeboys' daughter was there also that witnessed it, and they just didn't even want to hear her also.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. I don't understand. Like, how can a teacher say that she didn't? Was it a female teacher or a male teacher?
I think it was a female.
Okay. Well, how could she say that she didn't even see it? Like, how can you not see 3 or 4 students holding another student under the desk while another student does something else to her?
And that's where that video comes in, man. They got that video, but they just don't want to release it to the public, because then it's just gonna show everything and show the truth.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's something that, you know what I mean. That video needs to come out. I that's what I think. That video needs to come out. If I had that video, I'd play it right now. By the time this video drops, if I find that video, we're gonna put that video in here.
An iPad.
Not to demean the little girl. I don't want to demean the little girl or anything like that. But I just want people to see, because I don't think a lot of people really understand. I mean, I ain't gonna say a lot of people don't understand, but some people don't understand like how life changing this is for a 6-year-old little girl. I know somebody that's close to me that went through something like this, but they weren't 6 years old. They were about 13. But their mental is still messed up to this day. So I can only imagine for a 6-year-old. You know what I mean?
That's why we need to speak up for the people that can relate to this, and and we can one day fucking stop whatever's gonna happen before it even happens, or even that for it never to happen again.
Right. No, I agree. So we got about a minute left on this video, and then we'll do some final thoughts on it, and then we'll wrap it up.
And neither student yelled for help during that time, but many of the parents who spoke tonight were infuriated by that statement, saying the 6-year-olds are much too young for anything to be consensual.
I did not see how
Is this the
this
mother?
could be a sexual mutual consent between 2 children.
That's the mother right there.
That
that's the
mom is not in the little girl's life.
Oh, okay. So the aunt, the one that we seen earlier, is the one that's taking care of her.
No, that one right there, that's the grandma. That's the one that's taking care of her right now.
Okay. I got you.
Just wanted to say that I feel sorely disappointed that the district's response in the press release did not refute CPS explanation of mutual sexual behavior and description of brief. Because this video did not show the victim demonstrate any struggle, that does not indicate consent. Children under the age of 17 in this state cannot give consent.
So did those people see the video? Like everybody that's in that room right there?
Not mutual sexual behavior.
The video happened in the
Several
class.
parents.
Yeah, like did they see the video from the iPad? Like,
seeing that's in the evidence room, but like I said, they supposedly only 2 people saw it, and which was the principal and the cops.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Probably the CPS people, probably too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
FBI also got into this. Also,
who you said what now?
FBI also got into this. Also,
yeah. I mean, it ought to be handled by now, man. Like that's too long. Like, there's no way that the month of June should have even came around and this wasn't even already taken care of.
Yeah.
Like, and we're in July. You know what I'm saying? So it
escorted out of the building by authorities when they exceeded their allotted time to speak. You heard earlier, a family member of the little girl involved claimed the girl did resist the sexual act in the classroom. Before the meeting got underway
Dang.
tonight, board members did read a statement expressing their sorrow for what happened.
The Plainview ISD Board of Trustees, along with the
I probably would have
superintendent,
had to swing on one of
have
the
been
police officers.
deeply saddened by the situation and are very concerned for the children first and foremost, the families, PISD faculty, and the community.
They're not
board
sorry.
and superintendent understand one of
Like, why would you feel bad for the faculty when at the end of the day the faculty is the reason that this is going on? Like,
Exactly.
like there's no way. Like, that's just crazy. So, but like I said, I wanted to go through those things and let the people that's watching really understand some of the things that this, so they can kind of get a grasp of what's really going on. Because we can tell them, you know what I'm saying? We can tell them about it or whatever, but for them to see it for their own eyes is a different story. You know what I'm saying? But before we go into our last final thoughts on this, I want to pull up one last thing for them to see. And then we're gonna go into that. So this article is about you.
Yes, sir.
So of course people watching it, they can kind of see he went up to the same podium that everybody else went up to. So what did you say? What was your words that you used at the podium?
Well, basically, I had just explained it in black and white that it's not okay for little girls to be touched on or without any consent, and 6-year-olds don't think about this, at all, and I just try to explain as much as I can, but like how, I don't know if you saw the video or not, but it was just really hard to explain when stuff like this is happening.
Yeah. I mean, I agree, because I mean, I could only imagine, like, it's hard for me talking about it now, and it wasn't even somebody that was, in my neighborhood or close to me or anything like that. So I can only imagine, you know what I'm saying?
This is what I wrote. If you want me to.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me stop sharing this, and then we'll focus on you, and then let you go ahead and go over it. All right, go ahead.
All right. I don't respect anyone who thinks it's okay for little girls to be touched on without consent. I represent protection for the kids and healing for the community because they're tearing up and tearing the community apart. We need to stand strong together and be their voice for those who can't and won't speak up. These are the people who are losing sleep because nothing has been done and living in fear and thinking this is going to happen again. 6-year-olds cannot consent to this.
I agree. That's all facts there, man. I agree. Hashtag justice for Jaden. Hashtag voices are the strongest. Hashtag be their voice. Those hashtags say it all. I mean, you know what I mean? A 6-year-old doesn't really have a big enough voice. So that's when everybody watching this video comes along. That's when everybody in the news comes along. That's when all the other parents come along. That's when everybody needs to open their mouth and be the voice for Jaden.
And even if they just share it, that just shows that they're caring for what the cause is and what we're trying to do, and it just shows that they're listening and they're paying attention to what we're trying to do.
Right. I agree. And so another point before we get out of here that I wanted to bring up is, with this whole situation going on, you made a song about the situation, correct?
Yes, sir.
That song, what day does it drop?
July 17th.
July 17th? Okay.
Yep.
So everybody that's watching this, we need you to let me see. What is your artist name? Is it like LilJayy, how you got it on the screen there?
Yep. Exactly how it is. there.
Okay. All right. So what I'm gonna do is let me see if I can. I don't know if they can. I don't know if they'll be able to see your name on here or not. If not, whenever I go back and edit the video, I'll put it on the screen. So everybody that's watching, I need you guys to go to whatever music platform that you listen to music on. I want you to type in LilJayy. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pull him up right here so you guys can see what his profile page. What his profile. I'm gonna pull up his YouTube and then I'm gonna see if I can pull up something else like his Spotify or something. And I need you guys to go and follow him. Subscribe to whatever platform. And whenever this song drops on July the 17th, we need you to go and stream this song. Make sure you share it. Make sure you get it out there to the millions of people that can possibly listen or watch. However, we can spread this song to help get the message out about Jaden. So which is that yours? Oh, no, that's not yours, is it?
No, man. If you want, I only got one song on YouTube right now. You can search up Shot by Hustle.
What was it called?
Shot by Hustle.
Shot by Hustle?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, hold on. I gotta get me a new computer, man. It's freaking my keyboard, my SW and my X button for some reason don't work. Shot by Hustle, you said?
Yep.
There you go.
Yep, right there. That's the only song I got right now on YouTube. And then the rest is on SoundCloud. You can search me up on SoundCloud, J Entertainment.
Okay. Y'all see my boy right there, man. Y'all go check that video out. On Shot by Hustle's channel. Y'all go check out Jay on there. But whenever he drops this new song, I'm pretty sure he's gonna make sure it drops on all platforms. That way the whole world can hear this song and they can help share it and try to get justice for Jaden. So we're gonna try to put his links and stuff. I'm gonna put your links and stuff down in the description so that way they can just click on it and go straight to it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna chat with you after this or whatever, and we'll get those right so that way we can get them down in the description because I really want these people to check out this song. You know what I mean? So hopefully what we can do is maybe you can get a pre-save link for your song and they can go ahead and pre-save it so that way whenever it drops, it'll email them and say, hey, look, the song that you pre-saved by LilJayy has just dropped on so-and-so platform. You can go check it out now. And that way it's already in their library. They just go stream it and then now it's there. You know what I mean? Any final words or thoughts or anything that you want to say to the people?
Y'all can go ahead and make sure to follow me on my Facebook, LilJayy 806, my Instagram, little_J 806. Make sure to like and share and comment. Follow the follow the journey, follow the progress.
Yep. I agree with that, man. I agree with that. So once again, everybody, we need y'all to drop those hashtags that you see on the screen. We need y'all to drop them down in the comment section. We need y'all to share the video with those hashtags. We need y'all to like the video. All that stuff helps out the algorithm. It helps push the video to new people because we need everybody to know about this. We need everybody to make sure they're making sure they can try to help get justice for Jay. So with that being said, man, I appreciate you coming on, telling the story. Hey, we're gonna do what we can to push this video and try to get justice for Jaden.
Yes, sir. And I once again I thank you for having me on this podcast and hopefully to make another one here pretty soon in the future.
Yeah, most definitely, man. Most definitely. So Everybody out there watching, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. You just watched All Now with Alex. Peace.
Later.